Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today is another review of the Real Housewives of Potomac. So if this is your first time joining me, please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I give you reviews each and every week. Alright, so let's just jump on in. This was a continuation of last week's episode. Bravo keeps doing these to be continued things, and there was no need to continue this conversation. There was no need to continue this conversation between Ashley, Giselle, and Robin. At the end of the day, nothing extra came out of it, except for Ashley basically admitting that she wrote this as a get back. She said, well, now we're even. And why she said that to the Green Knight Bandits, I will never know, because anything you say to them can and will be used against you in the court of public opinion. So the ladies go ahead and get dressed, and everyone head to the springs. Now I thought they were hot springs, but apparently not. The water was really, really cold. We get some scenes of everybody, talking to their loved ones, Karen talking to Ray, so on and so forth. The same old little filler little scenes that we get. We see Candiace singing about her camel toe. I thought that was kind of funny. But anyway, we go ahead and we get to the springs, and the ladies have a little bit of a photo shoot. And I will say, as they were like coming down and speaking and saying good morning and all of that stuff, Wendy came in and she just gave a really nice light moment, and I really, really want to like Wendy. It's like in every episode there is a glimpse of something that's like, I really do want to like Wendy, but then something else happens in the episode where I'm like, this is why I just can't be on your team. This is why. But we will get to that later. So they are all having a great time at the springs. Candiace does an impromptu performance of her song. It was cute. Everyone seemed like they were getting along and having a good time. So as the ladies start to kind of disperse a little bit, of course you get Missy Giselle, who pulls Candiace to the side and basically asks her, like, so how are you and Karen planting seeds? And Candiace, of course, falls right into this trap and tells Giselle that basically she is side-eyeing Karen's loyalty to her, and she just doesn't understand, how she can be on both of their sides. And Giselle, of course, is taking, again, mental notes. And Candiace doesn't even realize that she's about to be, like, none of the women even realize really when Giselle is playing them or when she's being like the puppet master. I guess she's so skillful at it if you're in the friend group, but it's obvious when you're a viewer. And this was just another moment for Giselle to try to throw Karen under the bus. Well, she's not throwing her under the bus. She's just kind of inching her to the curb while the bus is on the way. So the ladies go back to the hotel room. They, change, get dressed, come down for dinner. And we see that at dinner, Karen goes ahead and orders a little glass of champagne. Now, of course, in the confessionals, Giselle has something to say about it, saying basically that means that Karen does not have an ulcer. Stop lying. And we all knew Karen didn't have an ulcer. Karen just don't want to get drunk around y'all and say something she gonna regret later. We all know that. But this is coming on to be around the last little piece of the trip. I wouldn't want to be around all these here for sober either. Not when everybody else get to sip and drink and stuff. I had me a little glass of champagne, a little sippy sip. And so while they're sitting at the table, they're having a little conversation. And I believe it was Robin who asked if anyone has sent their spouses, some adult pictures since they've been gone. And everyone, yeses, noes. And so they decide to, like, get Candiace to take a picture at the table and send it to Chris. And all I'm gonna say is y'all are all gun-hoing down for Candiace to sit here and take nudie pictures to send to her husband. But God forbid if Ashley pulls her boobs out and pumps them. If they, like, each episode is becoming more and more and more aggravating to me how they are like shaming Ashley for pumping in public, but Candiace can literally sit at the dinner table and take a nude. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. One is literally the livelihood of a human being. The other one is so that someone's husband can jack off. Like, I don't understand. I truly don't understand, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these women acting like it's something crazy for Ashley to pump or anything. I don't care if they are at the table. I don't care if they're at the pool. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all all are women. Y'all all have had children. Y'all all have had milk, whether you gave the milk to your kid or you didn't. Y'all all produced it at some point. It should not be this big of a deal every time Ashley chooses to pump. And I'm sick of it. And this particular scene, the only reason I thought it was funny, I mean, I wouldn't have cared what Candiace do or whatever, but the only reason why it kind of ticked me off is because y'all are all gun-ho for Candiace to send pics. But if Ashley would have pumped, it's an issue. That aggravated me. So the next day, the ladies all go to the Punch of your brewery. I can't say that word. To where they out there making the sauce, okay? And they decide, or Robin decides to reveal her website, and everyone's going through, oh, I look so pretty, oh, da, da, da. Oh, Karen, you're not on here. And Robin goes, oh, well, Karen, you know, I just didn't think your pictures really, you know, worked for the website. Karen was just like, Karen paid it dust. Exactly what I expected Karen to do. And it was so funny in the confessional when she just like threw the hat. Because ain't nobody buying them embezzled hats. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Karen does not care in one way or another about being on this website. Have y'all visited the website? Are y'all buying the embezzled hats? Drop down in the comments and let me know if you're buying this $30 embezzled hat. I'm not. I think during this conversation too, Giselle talked about Jamal. I wrote in my notes, she brings up her phone bay. Next. While at this lunch as well, Karen announces her wig line that she has, I think, with RPG wigs. And she also says that she's going to have a wig shift party. Oh, well, I got my wig grip on, so I can't shift it, but her wig shift party. And Robin is the one to ask, well, is Monique invited? Because no one can go anywhere if Monique is invited. Like, for her to have not been in the last 3 episodes, her name has been all over it. I'm just saying, if I was Monique, I would still want my check, because just because you ain't seen me don't mean I wasn't in the episodes. These ladies are clearly bothered. Clearly bothered. And Karen says that no, she just feels like it's not the best time for Monique to be, you know, around the girls and with the group. And I was actually very surprised of that, because Karen has made it a point to remain so neutral. I thought that she was going to be like, yes, I'm going to invite my friend. She is still my friend. But we'll get to that next episode, because apparently she did invite her. She just told the group that she didn't. And I wouldn't have cared. I'm sorry. I'm sick of this. Y'all, like, it is what it is at this point. Either you come or you don't. This is my event, and y'all are not going to bully me into telling me who I can and cannot invite to my event. If you don't like it, don't show up. Giselle also made a little backhanded remark about Karen starting another business, saying something like every time she looks up, Karen has another business, and that's if there's nothing else she's gonna do, she's gonna come up with something else. And she said that as if it was like a slight, as if it was like a shady thing. I was like, girl, that's what you're supposed to do on these type of shows. If you are a real housewife and you don't leave your franchise with multiple streams of income, you didn't do it right. Giselle, I'm just saying, Giselle, where are your streams of income? Because I done been to Target. I done been to many Targets. I done been to several Targets between North Carolina, Georgia, Oklahoma, South Carolina. I haven't seen every hue and not nary, not nan, not one. So maybe you should be asking Karen what is she doing and how is she maintaining these multiple businesses instead of trying to shade her in your confessionals. And while you're at it, why don't you ask her why don't you ask to be a brand ambassador for her wigs? Because honey, your hair is moving on. So then we have the dominatrix party. So everyone's supposed to come dressed in their dominatrix outfits, and there's going to be, you know, dildos everywhere, and there's just going to be debauchery happening in this conference room of this hotel. And okay, first off, I was very disappointed in Ashley's outfit. I was expecting Ashley to like show out. Now, she basically was saying how after having the baby, she just doesn't feel as sexy and as comfortable in her body as she had once felt. And I mean, I get it. But like, I was expecting Ashley to give me a little something. Like when she was trying on stuff, she had put some little black little toolie something. I was like, what happened to that? This is just a bodysuit, a little lace bodysuit and some leggings. I was, girl, where is it at? Giselle had on like a little red corset and some thigh-high boots or something. I mean, she looked nice. You know, that was fine. Let me see. Robin came in looking like a bitch. Robin came in looking like a butch queen. I was like, honey, you looking real dom, as in the dominant lesbian. I don't know if it was the dominatrix. Karen came in looking like she was on her way to a funeral. I didn't know what Karen had on, honey. Like, and then you had this little piece of squirrel on. I don't know what she had going on. I was like, Karen, is this what you wear to the bed with Ray? Because no wonder it takes a hurricane to get him to where he need to be. I'm just saying, that ain't it, honey. I don't remember what Wendy had on, to be honest with you, but Wendy came in with a nice attitude. Again, it was a light moment for Wendy when she entered, which made me want to like her. But Candiace came in serving. Candiace killed it, and I'm not gonna lie, I wanted the outfit. Actually, I've already Googled it and it's in the mail. Shh, don't tell nobody. Anyway, Candiace came dressed for the party. Now, if we're going to have a dominatrix party, honey, this is how you're supposed to serve. This is how you're supposed to serve. They had some type of little dildo on the table that you're supposed to smack as you entered. And everybody did it, I think, except for Karen. So, you know, coming in, it's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be light. They start asking different little sex questions. They asked, when's the last time you slobbed on a knob? Everybody goes by. Did y'all clock? Giselle said she did it a few days before they got to Portugal. How you did it? Through the phone? With the pastor? I told y'all, I want to know what the church feel about this foreigner KK. I'm just saying. Anyway, then we find out that Karen said her mouth has been retired for 2 years. I was like, girl. Okay. I guess. I think they asked, how often do you pleasure yourself? Ashley says, you know, it used to be every day, but now it's not so often. I think Candiace said like 3 times a month. Karen says she has a favorite pillow that she likes to use. She said, Robert said, what do you dry hump it? Karen said, oh, it's not dry. I'm sorry. I was like, whoa, Karen. Karen is so funny to me because, like, if you watch this scene, she was sitting there looking like her face was giving real prude. Like, I feel uncomfortable talking about this. I can't share my business with the ladies. But then she would slip in little things here and there to let you know that Karen's still down for the get down with certain things. I think she's just down for the get down with those things by herself more so than with Ray. And there may have been some truth to what Robin said last episode, even though I don't understand why these women are so infatuated with each other's sex lives with their husbands. Like, I don't know. Then they have like a little like, I guess you're supposed to do like a little strip tease or whatever. Everybody's like giving each other lap dances. It was kind of funny, whatever. Candiace won. Candiace was all on the floor, and all I could think the entire time was, girl, why are you on this hotel floor? You don't know what could be on this floor. And then you got your lingeries on that got your butt out, so now you don't know what you taking back to the room with you, honey. I just was uncomfortable for the sanitation of it all. Speaking of sanitation, they talked about Ashley and Michael, and how Ashley, like, for Ashley to give one of her like wildest sexual experiences, and she basically talked about how they were at a concert, seen a girl, her and the girl start, dancing together, places were touched, and everybody's like, the only thing I'm thinking about, did she wash her hands? Did she wash her hands? I'm just saying, before the Rona, people clearly weren't washing their hands. Hell, during the Rona, people aren't washing their hands. These are all thoughts that I have. Like, wait a minute, what's going on? Like, I was already vigilant, but I'm extra hyper vigilant because of the Rona. How about y'all? So the party's wrapping up. Everyone's commenting about how the trip has been very nice. There hasn't been a whole lot of tension. And in true housewives fashion, Ashley decides that now is the time to tell Candiace about the statement that she wrote. And as she's explaining to Ashley what happened, Wendy intercedes and is like, so wait, you wrote a statement talking about how great Monique is, right? The Green-Eyed Bandits share a glance. And she continues, well, no, I just wrote a statement basically letting them know about the interactions that me and Candiace have had in the past. And so Wendy intercedes again. So you wrote a statement basically assassinating Candiace's character. And this is what I'm talking about when I say that every time I want, like, Wendy takes 2 steps forward and 1 step back, because Wendy was jumping in and was being extremely vocal before Candiace could even say anything. Like, whoa, sister, we're not talking to you. We're not talking to you. This has absolutely nothing to do with you. This is between Candiace and Ashley. So how about you wait a minute and let them talk it out before you throw your 2 cents in. And don't get me wrong, it was going to be a tense situation regardless. But the way that Wendy was responding was as if someone was talking to her, or as if someone did it to her. Now I get it. This is your friend. You came into this group. You were introduced to this group by way of Candiace. So maybe you feel like you have to stick up for her, have some type of loyalty towards her. But, like, how about you pump your brakes and let them have a conversation, because this has nothing to do with you right now. And I did notice while all of this was going on, Karen was in the back, like, not nowhere near the group. Like, she was pushed back away from the group, not saying anything. Again, Karen is trying to remain neutral. So, of course, things began to get a little heated, and the Green-Eyed Bandits took this time to throw in what Ashley said during their meeting about revenge and getting even. And it was at this moment, Wendy was just like, oh, that's some snake-ish right there. Ashley was like, excuse me, what did you say? Wendy repeated it. I was like, I mean, at least I ain't mad at the double down. But when it was like, that's some snake-ish. Like, you did this, and you did this to get back at her. Ashley continues like, well, if that's how you feel. And Ashley was just like, Ashley already knew that this was going to be a issue. She was already prepared and ready. She wasn't even going to argue. She already knew what it was going to be. Candiace, of course, gets extremely upset. And she eventually, you know, excuses herself. She's just like, it is what it is, and excuses herself. And after Ashley excuses herself, Karen basically she kind of sticks up for Monique. I don't remember how Karen got pulled into the conversation, but some kind of way Karen ended up coming from the background. She kind of sticks up for Monique a little bit, basically saying, you know, that there was a lot going on, and she, you know, she knows a little bit more, and she just doesn't, she feels like, you know, there was wrong done on both sides. And of course, anytime Karen says anything in the slightest bit of support or neutrality, Candiace has a fit about it. She goes on to talk about how this whole situation has gotten her so upset that now she's on anxiety meds because she doesn't even know what's going to come next. And Monique is so strategic. She's using everyone around, in and out of this room, to try to get back at her. She goes on and, you know, she goes on to talk about how hurt she is by this situation. And of course, then Giselle goes, Karen, how can you support that? She's so wrong. Trying to, of course, bait Karen. But see, Karen can't be puppeteered like the rest of these girls, and Karen is not having it. Giselle tried to pull Karen in. Karen was just like, it is what it is. I'm still her friend. I'm neutral. You know, I'm neutral. In the confessional, she says that she's actually seen the police report in which Candiace lies about throwing the glass at Monique. And so Karen basically says at the end of the day, there was wrong done on both sides. Now, what it baffles me that these ladies can't just allow someone to be neutral. Like, sometimes, like, if both of the ladies are wrong, why do I have to pick a side? And all of this, well, why would you hang with her? And you need to pick a side. And that would make me not want to hang with you. You get what I'm saying? That would make me want to pick a side, and it would not be your side, because I don't need you to tell me how I'm supposed to feel about anything. Karen said at the end of the day, it's her opinion that there was wrong done on both sides, which she's correct about in my opinion, and she's not going to choose a side. Why do they feel a need to continue to try to force her to pick a side when clearly she's not going to, and we see that she's really not going to, or that she really might in this next episode? At the end of the day, again, I don't know how Candiace is feeling for real. I haven't been in this type of situation. Do I feel like, outside looking in, she's putting 20 on 10? Yes, I do. However, your issue is not with Karen. It's not with Ashley. It's not with anyone else. Your issue is with Monique. The rift was between you and Monique. Should Candiace be mad or upset with Karen? Absolutely not. Karen has done nothing to you. There's no reason for you to be upset. Should Candiace be upset with Ashley? I mean, there could be a little bit more reason for her to be upset with Ashley for writing this statement. Especially because, like I said before, when it came to the situation that Ashley is referencing in her statement about the knife, in that situation, in all honesty, Ashley was the one in the wrong. Ashley was the one who was asked to leave someone's house, who left but then turned around and invited themselves back in. So in that instance, honestly, Candiace was not wrong. Yeah, Candiace got a little bit, you know, irate, but she wasn't wrong, in my opinion, in that situation. However, so I could understand why Candiace could be a little upset with Ashley, but let's not sit up here and act like her and Ashley have ever been friends. They've never been friends. From the season that Candiace got here, they've always had this frenemy type of relationship. They are not friends. Literally, the reason why Candiace and Monique had the initial rift that they had is because Monique and Ashley were not friends. And now that I think about it, Monique has this tendency to make people feel like, to continuously try to force people to choose a side. Again, this is why her and Monique fell out. So to me, that's childish, and you didn't learn from that situation as to why that's going to break down more of your friendships. And now she's doing it again with Karen. Candiace ain't learning her lessons. She's not. So anyway, the episode ends with the ladies calling their husbands. You have Ashley calling her husband, and Candiace calling her husband. And of course, the husbands are going to do what husbands are going to do. They're going to agree with their wives. It is what it is. Michael say, I don't like them no way. F them. Really. That's how Michael feel. And we hear from Chris that Monique doesn't even like Ashley. She's talked all kind of cash money about Ashley behind her back. Let them tell it. So they don't understand why Ashley's being so loyal to her. But at the end of the day, it has nothing to do, in all honesty, Ashley writing this statement has nothing to do with in my opinion, it has nothing to do with Monique. It has nothing to do with Monique and Chris sticking up for her and Michael last season. It has everything to do with the fact that Candiace was not compassionate with her while she was going through her miscarriage, as well as coming for her and calling her all kind of horrible names on Twitter last year. And so I do think Ashley took this as a way to kind of get back at her a little bit, and it is what it is. So that's it for Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below in the description box. Tell me your thoughts. I want to talk with y'all and hear what y'all got to say. Remember, you can always come back here each and every week for my different reviews and Face Beat Friday videos. I drop a video every Friday that features some type of makeup look. Also, if you like this unit, her name is Sasha. You've seen her on the past few videos. If you like to order your own Sasha, she is a Besto styling custom unit, meaning that she is one of a kind, but I can recreate her for you. Just click the link down in my description box. Visit my website www.bestostyling.com. If you want early access to my videos, make sure you join my Patreon. That link is down in the description box as well. So in other words, don't just jump off of here. Go check out the description box, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.